Victor Yankee Golf radio check. I just noticed as the game was firing up that there was an announcement made yesterday about server maintenance for today. Or is that for tomorrow? No, today, the 17th. Well, foo. I couldn't read the times before it switched to the loading screen. I had to open the machine up here because I've got to get a bigger drive in there somehow. The main drive is very small and it's absolutely stuffed. So I've got to duplicate it to a second one and get it swapped out. Really, I need to get my own machine up and running, which requires me to purchase another cable. Oh, here we go. Did you hear about the runner who was criticized? Just took it in stride. Ah. Yeah, I suspect the server's under maintenance. So no Flybe this morning. The nice thing was, obviously I got the machine completely reconnected alright, because it seems to be working fine. Failed to connect to the server. Well, Hawson Pfeffer. Oh well. Yeah, it could, but then I'd have to redo the stream thing, because I can't do a different game and then be like, yes, this is World of Warplanes, and instead it's something else. That, and because of the memory gappage on this machine, and I'm not sure what is stuffing the drive to 0 bytes free, I suspect it is actually one of the other games that I've got that I was playing. I suspect it's video cache, and it's caching things, and it drives the memory to 0, and then the machine takes 20 minutes to start. Can you? I don't know, but I don't know if you can in Twitch either, so let's have a look. Of course, it froze the screen. That's okay. I'm trying to think of what else to play. Ah! I can't think of anything else. So I'd have to go over top of that and go... Oh! What else do I have that's... Let's try that. See if it updated. Okay. Well then, I guess we need to close that off. Yeah, I need to figure out OBS. Like I said, I need to get my hardware running. I need to get a few things set up. Let's see, what else do we have? What else do we have that's already loaded on this machine? Because I have not played much. Oof. Here's one. Here's something. Oh, I'm certain that you can. I'm definitely no expert. I'm barely even an amateur. I can't get overlays to work because everything requires time. And I don't seem to not have a lot. Ooh. Uh-oh. Ah, I see. Well, this game is noisy, isn't it? But I need my controller. Okay. Whoa. Oof. I got an overlay thing happening. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's having issues right now. Yeah, no, the overlay is not working. Category. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because, yeah, I changed the description. I didn't change the category. Which means I have to change it back after. Yeah, when I fired this up, I think it stuffed the drive the rest of the way. Things are absolutely crawling. I'm trying to get back to a regular screen even, and it's not going. Oops. And I can't even shut it down. Okay. That should work. There, we got her to shut down. Yeah, it was worth a shot, but no, that just about borked it. That was actually a demo for Kamikaze Strike FPV drone. You get to try and fly a drone around. And I say try because it's difficult. It is tricky. I can see that if it does accurately simulate flying a drone, then I could see that if you did it enough, you could get good at it. But then you see footage of these guys who do drone racing and the like, and it's just like, oh my word, you can fly like that? That's crazy. Just the skill, just absolutely crazy. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that was. Let me have a quick check if it'll let me. No, there's still some memory left, but that's what the system does once there's no drive space. So I've got to get an SSD and shove it in a free slot and transfer the OS to it, because there is no overhead. It's a fairly small SSD. It's an older machine. It's just over, I think it's running at 3.4 gigahertz, and doesn't have a whole lot of RAM. It looks like it's got about 8 gigs, and it's a 970 for a graphics card, so it's not up to date by any stretch of the imagination. And it's a very small M2 drive, so I'll need to put in a regular. No, that's 8 gigs of RAM. It's just over 100 gigs on the SSD. It can't. I know somewhere here, I think I've got a 256 gig SSD that I could shove into an empty slot, because there's 2 empty drive slots. Then I can mirror the drive over, change the boot drive. I'd like to get a bigger M2 drive for it. So mirror it over, mirror it back, and then take my SSD back, because I've got other computers I want to get running. Yeah, well, this one just has one bulk drive, just a single terabyte bulk drive. But the OS is on a 118 gig M2 SSD. So, but it has one full 5-inch drive slot, as well as a nice little tray for a SSD that are empty. So I should be able to stick an SSD in the tray, mirror it over. It'll be a little slower than the M2, but that's okay. Replace the M2, mirror it back, and then should be good. Well, I've got to locate the drive pane cable for the server I've got. There's a connector from the main board to the back pane to drive the disk drive array, the disk array. But I need one because I need to bodge it. I need to put a connector on to power up my graphics card, so that I can mount the graphics card in the server. But the power for the drives is the only place that power comes out, so the power supplies can handle it. Talking difficulties. Not very exciting. Not much happening on screen. Just me yakking away. That's too bad. Oh, anyway, I suppose I could use this time to do other things, like, I don't know, get ready for work early. Why would I do that? But yeah, I've got to get a cable. It's a weird, I think it's 8 pin, or it might be more, flat connector that plugs into the main board, and then it goes into an 8 pin power connector for the back plane. But I start looking for it on eBay and things, and they're wanting like $50 and $40 for shipping, and it's like what? It's a cable. It's like, grr. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it. I mean, going to keep my eyes open at the recycler to see if any more servers come in. Then it'd be cheaper to buy another server and steal a cable from it. It sounds horrible, but if you're going to charge more than the server's worth for a little cable, then that's what winds up happening. Just trash decent stuff for parts, which sucks. Oh yeah, buying for free shipping? Yeah, well, the local recycler, they sell stuff on the eBay store, but you can go pick it up. And it's not free, and I can understand that because they do have to physically handle it in that, so you don't have to pay shipping charges, but I think they started a $5 pickup fee some time ago. That was, I think, an attempt to drive traffic to their online store, which has no pickup fee, but usually the prices they're asking are higher than the eBay store. So, the advantage being a lot of the older equipment I go for, I'll make them an offer lower than what they've got it posted for. So, ooh. But that would be good because that is it 3.6 gigahertz? But it's dual 6-core Xeon processor, so I'd have 24 threads. And as far as memory goes, I think I've got over 100 gigs of RAM, so that would operate a lot smoother. But I mean, it's an HP, so they're not known for their friendliness to the modding community. So, but that doesn't matter because you just mod it anyway. They might not release any details, but I've got a voltmeter and the equipment is inexpensive enough. You can give her a shot. Only thing is the servers are so noisy, but it's a trade-off. I get a machine that's got, not cutting edge for sure, but definitely has the muscle to grind through just about anything. Like I said, the machine I had that died, and that wasn't because the machine died. That's because Windows is just balls. It's from 2009, and it was working fine. But yeah, I need to Linux it up, and I'll probably keep using it because it's quieter, but it's only running at 3 gigahertz. So, but again, 2 6-core Intel they're Intel processors. They're Xeon processors, so they got the power to just keep grinding and the longevity. So just lower speed, that's all. And there's no... If I had a different motherboard, I could use the same processors and I could overclock them. Because that particular model of Xeon, they didn't lock down. So you can go in, and the one fellow I was following, he had it cranked up. He didn't go extreme. Extreme, I think he had him close to 4.5 gigahertz. But he had a nice solid stable at about 4.1. And because they're overbuilt for servers, he's like, this works great, but that would be fun. But yeah, could do that. That would be interesting. So, oh, whew. So much fun. Well, here, let's see what we can do. let's try this. See if this works. Not sure if that'll work. No, doesn't appear to work. I thought maybe if I made that full screen it would work. Just sounds like everything's on fire. Yeah, but it's not. Not sure why OBS wouldn't be capturing it. Capture full screen application. Well, that's a full screen application. No, it's not capturing it. See, that's the thing. I think I've got it figured out, and then it doesn't work. I don't know. You can hear it, though. There we go. Here we go. Tech challenge chat as the world burns. Yeah, no. Try changing to capture specific application. Let's see if we can do that. Capture full screen application. Capture specific window. No, it doesn't even show up. That's interesting. Oh, that's what it'll be. It'll be because it's YouTube. They'll probably have codes, have it encoded so that you can't capture the screen. Otherwise, you could capture other people's videos, you see. And there you go. It's enshittification. Made normal. Need to capture browser. Oh, this one is just me not understanding what I'm doing. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, there we go. Capture specific window or application. That's the choices I'm being given. Browser isn't a list on the list. Oh well. Well, that would help, because I think I learn fairly well, but it's the time that it takes to do so. Because it's like so many neat things I'd like to play with and set up and get working, and oh, the options I've got that it's given me for the capture screen are, let's see, under properties. I wonder if I could add source, add a browser, application, audio, browser. I can add a browser. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, not sure what it's doing now. Yes, well, that requires, again, spending time and being able to sit and play with things on my machine so someone else doesn't get annoyed at me. You've added a browser source. Did you? Did you really? Then why aren't you showing a browser source? Because you're not. Oh well. Yes. But what browser source? Let's have a look. Properties. Eh? Oh, so much fun. Yeah, you are correct. That it does. That's okay. It was worth a shot. Where is it? Yeah, that's okay. I'm sure we could try adding an application source. Yeah. Application audio. Could add window capture. See what that does. Select a window to capture. Ah! Sure, why not? There. Window capture. There. Fire. There you go. There, now you can have a little fireside chat while the world burns. Except it's not the world, it's just a log fireplace. At first I thought it was still running at double speed, and that would be funny. Why did I have to set it for part of the screen? I don't. This is just what it defaults to. I can do that. That just adjusts the overlay, because I guess it's set up right now so I could have a game playing, this in a window box on the side. Oh, did I add words to your sentence? I apologize. I just read, why did you have it set to part of the screen? And I was just saying it defaulted to that, so that was all. That's why you did have it set to part of the screen. I didn't when I first put it on there. That's where it defaulted to, so I was like, oh, okay. I think it did that with the other ones too. I had to adjust the amount. Ah. Yes. Yes, I made it bigger. Bigger. Ah, ah, ah. Yeah. And then I didn't pull it to full because when I first did it, it looked like it was overextending beyond the confines of the screen. So. Woohoo. Yes, so kudos to whoever had put the fireplace out there. Unfortunately, I don't think it's actually I think it's just a assembled clip of burning fire. Yep. I'm not even sure if it's a loop. It might be. I saw it jump, so that's good. It doesn't quite have that AI sniff to it, so. I've seen enough fires. Yeah, so many people are doing, well, they're not. AI is doing so many clips that people are just slapping out there. It's like, ugh. It just, everything is just that off, you know. Moves wrong. Speak wrong. You know. Extra fingers and extra hands is funny. What was one a friend sent to me the other day? It supposedly was a sped up thing of them restoring an airplane. And it was just, something was off about it. I'm pretty sure it was AI. I didn't research it because it was a rare airplane that, you know, by the look of the video was being recovered from the jungle somewhere, old Japanese fighter plane. And first off, there was way too much of it left. And it made me suspicious. And then it showed them, you know, cleaning off different sections and opening panels and the like. And I'm like, it doesn't look quite right. And having worked on aircraft, you know, the relative size of the person standing beside the engine and the engine, it's like, I don't recall any fighter planes that were that tiny, because that was a tiny engine. It was radial, but it was not big in the video relative to the size of the people. So it was like, But of course it was a high-speed little sped-up thing showing this whole restoration, and it's like, yeah, it had that flavor. That was the thing. It was just like, wait. You know, there's some sections where clipboards showed up and with writing on them. So I'm sure if I paused it on there, I could double check to make sure it's actually words, not just nonsense that looks wordish. Oh, yeah, I can try that. Where are we going here? Just chatting. Let's see. Where do I find that? Status. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's not labeled anymore? Just chatting. There we go. I'll take that off. There. No? Yeah, I've been using the Twitch dashboard the whole time. What? What about the game? The game it says you're playing. Yeah, I just took that off. Didn't I? Oh, it does. That. There we go. Now I see what you're saying. Like that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, well, I don't do a lot beyond just playing my game and then running off to work, so. Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's people who are like, what is this guy doing? I'm sorry. Oh, don't be stressed. It's hilarious. I find it hilarious. It's like, wait, no, stop. Yeah, it's whatever. Just look at the fire. Feed all of the sensitive paperwork into it. It's all good. Yeah, I've got to get Christmas packed up. I've still got some decorations and things that are needing to be shoved into the boxes and shoved back to the garage, and all that good stuff. Yeah, I know. I need to take some time and just poke at it and play with it. That's what we used to do with computer stuff anyway. You just try different things, make it crash, figure out what you did wrong, try again. Yes, I'm certain watching me deal with this stuff is kind of like watching a car crash in slow motion as someone drives into the walls and then backs up and drives into the wall again. Just like, no, just no, stop. Well, I do try to not learn things the hard way. I do. But, yeah. Watching me chew on live wires and wonder why it hurts. Yeah. Yeah, it's getting there. Oof. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure why the overlay for the chat didn't work. I did everything that I did last time, but I think there's some things to do with the specifics of this machine and how it's running. And like I said, it's not my machine really, so I'm trying to be careful so I don't upset the person who's let me use it. So, but I will upgrade it a bit so that it works better for me, and then they can enjoy that afterwards. Oh, for sure. I don't doubt that at all. But that's true. Everything is installed. It's just using the tools that are there. It's kind of like, hold on, let me go to my tool bench. I've got something to drive this nail in. And then I pull out a multimeter and start smashing a nail. It's like no, stop. But I thought I did everything the same as I did last time. I obviously didn't, because last time it worked. That was on my other machine though. That was on my other one. And yes, I thought it was simple, and I thought, okay, I've got it. I've got the overlay, the not emissivity, the transparency set up and everything, and it just doesn't work. It's like what? I did everything I thought was the same. Obviously it's not though, so oh well, that's okay. Oh, no doubt there's a piece missing. Like, that's the one thing that's still nice about computers is they will do exactly what you tell them to do. And if they're not doing what you want them to do, it's because you didn't tell them right. So That's true. It might not be, but it looked like it was. Everything seemed to link up as normal. Stream Elements seemed to be like, okay, we're good, and OBS seemed like, yeah, we can see it. And then, poof, it didn't work. So I thought, well, maybe I don't have the layer, like maybe it's behind everything else. Something like that. And no, it was hide and mixer, scale, filtering, blender, blending, show transition. No, that's order. Move up, move down, move to top. Maybe if I move it to top. Oh no, that's just in the sources. And nope. Properties, yeah, that's the URL going there, so it connected. Ah well. Oh, it's above the game layer. It's above everything right now. But as you can see, nothing's there. But maybe... Here, I'm just beginning to get annoyed by the crackling fire. Where is it? Stream Elements, overlays. Overlay chat. Oop. Nope, it won't do that. That's interesting. Said to drag it over. I didn't think that was how it works. Like, that's what you do. And then and it's still not showing up. So that's okay. That's what I expected, because that's what it seems to do for me. That is true, you can't. Well, all I had done in OBS was I had opened up the details where it listed the URL. I cut and pasted the URL for the overlay and put it in, and now I'm back at OBS and nothing has changed because it shows it on top of everything, and there's nothing there. So maybe I just messed up the overlay itself, which is possible. Yeah, as you can see, since it popped up on the screen, it is. So that's the chat, that's the overlay. Like I said, everything looked like it was okay, but then it didn't work. So I don't know, man. That is true. That is true, but I'm basically out of time this morning, so. Well, I haven't changed anything, but I'll save anyway. That's what I thought too. Go back. And then what I did there was I went to here and I copied the URL. Do that again. Fine. And then you can't see it, but then I went to OBS, I went to chat, I went to properties, and it lists the URL. I highlighted everything and I pasted it back in. And then said, okay, and there it's at. Yeah, there's a few tabs there. Except that would be RAM that would be using up, not hard disk space, so. Yeah, I can probably close a lot of those tabs because it's like, oh, I'm looking up this motherboard and details about it, and yeah, no, don't need hard drives and Memory Express. Yeah, that I needed to look up. And Disk Genius, I already downloaded that. Vancouver Film School. Yeah, that'd be good. Alrighty. I should get set up here to get going. Go make some breakfast. Get to work. That sort of thing. Oh. But yes. Well, that's true. Of course, not sure what anyone could do with that. It's like, oh, you searched for this. Yeah, and I searched for all kinds of things. But, yeah. She's closed. There we go. You can see the chat? In the stream, you mean? And only the chat. Oh, yes. Yes, because it's still streaming the browser window. And the chat, I pop out of and display it in the browser on the second monitor so I can see when people are chatting at me when I'm in game. So that's why you can still see it. Yes, the chat docker is in its own window. And right now, OBS has is capturing the window for the browser, so it's still open, so there it is. Yes. The OBS chat docker is supposed to be inset to OBS. Yes, it is. It's even highlighted right now where I set it up to be on the screen. I know you can't see it, but yeah. It's funny that it's not working. But like I said, it looked like everything's supposed to be working. But, you know, even us just chit-chatting here this morning, that took the entire time that I would have had to do any gaming or anything. So it'll require some time to just sit and poke. If you've been trying to use the OBS Docker as the stream chat overlay, no wonder it's not working. No, I wasn't. Like I said, I had it set up the same way I had it set up before. I've got the chat box set up in OBS as a field on the screen, as an overlay. and I've got it linked to the URL to the Stream Elements and everything, and it just displays nothing. But it was just me trying to add the fireplace graphic that linked in the window that shows the chat, because otherwise I don't get to see it. Yes, the tools are not working correctly, and it will require some thought and poking. Yes, but we can probably get together and do that at some other time, because unfortunately for now, I am out of time. Oh, I need to get ready and go to work. Whew. This could be overlaid on the game for a stream as a bodge. It could be. I could leave this there and then it's overlaid, but of course then it's not transparent, and any game things that happen underneath it, well, they're underneath it. You don't get to see that part. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see if I can get it back on tonight when the game isn't updating, when the server maintenance isn't happening, and get my flying in. It's Tuesday, right? Yeah. And then what we can do at some point, we can get together, I can use OBS to stream OBS, and we can discuss how things are going and make it work. There are ways. But I should go get breakfast. Woo. Nom, nom, nom. Yes, foods. Because time. Well, it's ridiculously early. No, I'm not. That would require me to get up even earlier. I'm already getting up just after 4. Why would I sit there and get up even earlier so I can eat? I'll eat after. I eat, pack up my lunch, and go catch the bus. Have food while broadcasting? No, I can't eat and fly a plane and chat. That could be rude. I might be glorping and schlorping and yes, I'm sure they do. Well, I'm not in danger of starving. I can tell you that. And actually, what's nice is our new contract is done now, and my next check will have my back pay on it from the contract. So I will have a little bit of leeway to look at perhaps updating some equipment. I don't have a mic mute button. See, that's the challenge. The mic I'm using isn't on my headset because my headset has died. So I'm actually using the mic that's on the webcam. You can mute audio sources in OBS. Well, the problem with that is, I suppose I could set up a hotkey to do that, right? Yes. Because I know if I try to select anything in OBS while in game, it turns the game off. It just shuts it down. So that's why I haven't been doing any chats in the chat window or touching that side of it when I'm gaming, because it sort of goes, oh, you want to deal with that? Okay, we freeze the game and we send you over to that. I use a hotkey to start the OBS stream and stop it. So, but yeah. Yes, but even on the second monitor, if I select anything on that screen, it stops the games. I don't know whether it's a matter of it's only a 4-core processor, a single 4-core processor, and it just doesn't have the jam to do it all. Okay, so that's normal. That's good. Um, and you don't set the capture window to any full screen application. No? Oh. Well, yes, that's kind of what I had thought, but it doesn't help that this setup has one monitor is on a multi-monitor arm and the other one is sitting on a desk. But like I said, I need some time and space to play with the hardware, get things set up, get my server set up so that I can get my stuff running again. But yes, I need to go food and then go work. Throw things away at work and make things work. I'm on demand this week, so people call going, hey, this doesn't work. And I go, okay. And I come and I make it work. Did that to a couple doors yesterday and things like that. Yeah, unique stream. Yes, that's like I'm sure in years to come people will look back at our neighbors to the south and go, that was a unique presidency, one for the history books. It's like, yes. Yes, it was. So, have a grand day. I'm probably not going to pop this one over to what's it called? YouTube, because it's not really that. I mean, it's been fun, but it's not. Oh, why would I do that? No, no, no. I guess I got 7 days to decide. So, I can. I'm not sure what category to put it in. But we'll see. Anyway, I should go because it's after 5:30 now, and I will run myself out of time. You even leave it private, but please preserve it. Entertainment. Well, hey, if at least it's entertaining, that's awesome. Just, old guy walks into walls with software. There you go. Yes, watching things go wrong is entertaining. Welcome to NASCAR. Yeah, I know. All right. You have a good day. I will not delete this. And I'm going to go have some breakfast and get ready and do the worky thing. So we'll talk to you later. And yeah, have a good day. Bye-bye for now. You too. Have a great day.